Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. We should once again be live. Just double checking. Oh, there goes the sound again. Hello, welcome up to what is probably my final raid sponsored stream. Certainly for this campaign, because it is highly unlikely that I will have time to stream for the next like 2 days, though technically the campaign goes for that. So yeah, as is already implied by how I'm talking, tonight is a sponsored stream. We will be reviewing the arms and armor of Raid Shadow Legends. Them and their 600 champions. Oh, so many, and more each month. Like, you could get through them all and keep having more material. Good grief. So many. I really enjoyed the last sponsored stream, in spite having somehow managed to take 2 hours just to get through one faction. But, so, who knows? Maybe even I'll do non-sponsored armor review stuff. Not just with Raid either. But for now, Raid is being extremely gracious in sponsoring this tiny little stream. I encourage you to continue to click the link and check it out. I really, really appreciate everyone who already has. It means an incredible amount to me that you have taken the time to get into the game through the link. Ronda Twitch for the free Ronda champion that they have. It has meant an incredible amount to me that you all have been willing to do that. And I'm sure Raid appreciates it too. And hey, it's a free game. That's always a big advantage. So, the 2 minutes hasn't ticked down, but I think everything is settled. So we can get in properly, shall we? Here we go. So, here's the plan. We are going to go through the summons because I've been saving all my crystals. So we're going to go through the summons I have. I'm actually also going to... I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to need more silver. I'm actually running low on silver. Who would have thought? Well, this could be interesting. I'll go through all the summons I can. And off we'll go. And I have gotten that to 0 like twice, only for it to immediately overfill again. So I can positively confirm this is not like a lot of those other mobile games that limit you on the energy. That's a suggestion. That's not a limit. So yeah, I'm not gonna... Well, I can't afford the couple. I have generally been trying to buy some of this stuff just to use as like extra barrel fuel. Because for those who don't know, when you're leveling your characters, you throw your other characters into the beer barrel. At least if you're doing it artificially. How's the Grindfest going? It's not going too bad at all. We're just gonna open some crystals, and then what I'm probably going to do is start with reviewing the barbarians and then move on to the orcs. Going with what are hopefully going to be easy armor reviews, but I know already that at least one of the barbarians actually has a good historical example. And then I don't know who we're going to do next, because I do want to do one that actually has more armored troops. I have been told not to do the dwarves, or else I'd have to be put on suicide watch. The masochist in me kind of wants to go over the dwarves and their armor just because of that comment, though. So you may have made the situation worse, not better. But let's start with the crystals. We'll go, as usual, well, I've got limited silver. Let's start with these. Let's start with one of these. I might actually have to rely on getting that silver on a, I might actually have to, like, rely on finishing these after a break when I've had a chance to do a little bit of grinding. Because what I've been doing is during break, I've been... Ooh, you look neat. I do not have... Nope, we're not doing that. Who are you? Knights Revenant. Did we see you in the Knights Revenant? I don't remember. But we went through, like, 250 champions. 200 champions, something like that, yesterday. She looks cool, though. Not historical. That armor is a fail. That weapon is a fail. But she looks cool. We went through a lot. Who have you reviewed so far, and who are you top 5 so far? Well, okay, so I have been focusing on... Here, let me do these summons, and then we'll do a quick sort of recap. I can do a couple of these, at least. We won't be clicking into these because of what we're doing. You know, we'll be seeing plenty of them. So we're just going to quickly see, unless someone looks cool that pops up. But these are the low-level summons. And the last one that we can afford right now. Need more silver. Okay. That didn't take long at all. So. Oh, wait, no. Am I getting free stuff? I am. I'm getting gems. I'll take the gems. I am really close to getting that mine, and I haven't spent a cent so far. Okay, so we reviewed the Banner Lords. All of them. All 67 of them. We reviewed the 38 Skinwalkers, the 40 Lizardmen, and the 60 Undead Hordes. Oh, we did the Undead. We didn't do the Knights Revenant. Excuse me. So that's 100. Yeah, that's just over 200. That's just over 200 of them right there. And so then we'll be doing the Barbarians and the Orcs first. And we'll be deciding who... Oh, and the Sylvan Watchers. Then we'll be deciding who else to do. Save first 800 for Masteries. Well, this gets you free gems. So I figured I'd use my first 500 on this. It's a little slow, but I mean, a permanent gem income is pretty good. So, favorite one so far, just from who we've seen. Well, these two are easy. I really like the two dragons. Ramantu Drake's Blood and Chagar. And it is tough to say which of the two between these two would be the top one, because I like this guy's color scheme and his sort of barbarian-esque weapons and style, but this guy just has the dreads, and I don't know what's going on with that version of a split jaw, but that's really cool and intimidating. Do Masteries first, then Gem Mine. I've only been playing this game for a couple days, so I am a little iffy on what the Masteries are. You might have to go over that with me. So, now these are of the ones that we have gone over. There's a couple characters that I've gotten also that I think are kind of neat. So, let's see. Who are the remaining 3 that are the top so far? I've got to be honest, I'm a little on the Skinwalkers for the most part. Kind of like Werewolf Guy. Like, the Skinwalkers are a neat concept, but I'm a little iffy on some of the execution of them. These guys have some really cool designs. So, you know, like, even though she's a fail on the armor, maybe Elva is in the top 5. Green Warden Rock is probably in the top 5 just because of the really cool execution, and he actually passed the armor review. Of the undead hordes, though I think we all can agree Death Knight has to be one of the favorites because this guy's funny. Oh, excuse me. Extra bonuses for champions, well worth it. Most people suggest doing it this way. Well, again, the thing is, permanent gems. If I'm a permanent gem income would certainly make it better. But yeah, the fact that this guy is not your standard Death Knight, which is basically edgelord, and is funny and actually gets to go from being a cannon fodder troop to being a legendary. Was he? Yeah, a legendary. I think he has to be in the top 5. And then of the Banner Lords we reviewed... No, not you. There you are. She is really cool. Her weapon got... No, wait, no. Her weapon was mostly fine, actually. Never mind. She passed. Excuse me. She was a pass on the equipment set. I'm just picking some of the ones that are pretty cool. It's not necessarily... like a proper ordered top 5. I should probably do something like that, though. Also, we all had a lot of fun with this guy just because of the concept. Where are you? This guy, his knight absolutely loves him to equip him this well as a squire. So just from some of the entertainment we got out of that. But yeah, I think without the silver to grind out more on the on the gems, on the summons, we should just dive into it. So, the barbarians. And I know for a fact our first one is a pass. Because historically, well, he's got the nice big shield, which serves as his armor. Historically, you would get people who wouldn't even bother with the helmet or the other side of armor, but it is really good. He's got some extra ring mail here, but that's not actually a really light type of armor. I, as usual, would prefer a pole weapon, but that is a proper war axe. It is correctly sized. And where I'm coming from this is, while, and I know I have a bias towards the more heavily armored style soldiers, people, warriors, however you look at it. But in history, there were a lot of people who did fight where the shield is their primary armor, and they allowed themselves to be otherwise mostly lightly or completely unarmored. And the two easy examples, body paint counts as armor. Not quite. The two most common, also hybrid, but yes. The two most common examples I have seen used are the Celts and the Zulu, who both would have warriors who would go so far as to be otherwise completely naked. They would just have the shield and primary weapon, usually a spear. However, an example that very few people put in this category, I even didn't initially draw this connection, just because I haven't thought about them that way, is actually the ancient Greeks. there is there's the stereotype of like the bronze chest piece and the full face helmet, but there were hoplites who just wore basically a very, very small metal cap to go with their bronze greaves, and their chest armor, if you want to call it that, was just linen. Now, it may have been thick enough to be basic padded armor, but it was just a simple linen, effectively thick tunic. You know, it might have been hardened a little bit with wax or something. And the Hoplon, which is the name of their shield, which gives them their name, Hoplite, was their armor. Because when you'd hold it in front of you, all you could see was the greaves and the eyes sticking out over the shield, and then the helmet covered the head. And they were considered relatively heavy troops for the time, and were about as well protected as this guy is right now. Effectively, like I said, there's an argument for how thick the linens could have been. People fighting in Chemis? My brain's doing so many things when I stream that I may or may not be drawing the connection I should be. I apologize. Shadow Bow, or Sand Bow, excuse me, why did I think Shadow? He's suffered some nasty scarring, but yeah, he's an archer. This is perfectly fine because he's staying away from the enemy, and in ancient Greece, they'd be pretty light linens, I would think. Yeah, I would, but I have seen people try to argue that they would have been heavy, but I haven't seen a lot of the proof either way. He's got the ring mail, which isn't even necessary in archers. I do like it whenever they actually have this arm protected, though, both because of, he's shooting at you from here, but also because if that bow snaps, and a war bow, that can actually slice through your arm, slit your wrist, you're dead. So protecting against that coming back is good. It's not necessary, but it's very, very good. Zephyr Sniper, also perfectly fine. Once again, she's got some armor on this side. Good bracer. Doesn't really need the other shoulder armor, but she's staying away from the opponent. A dagger in case someone gets close. He has a sword in case someone... That is it's in the style of a Viking sword, but it's very small, which would also fit with a lot of the barbarian styles. So yeah, they have their backup weapon if someone does get close. It is focused on his arms, though. Safety for when his bowstrings... Oh, yep. Yeah, of course you like Zephyr. Zephyr is very pretty. Crusher, you don't have a shield. I like the curved swords. The swords are historically accurate. Usually would be made out of bronze in this style, but you could make them out of steel. Heels, fail. It's tough to do this in terms of saying this would work. The qualifier has to be, since they're in the desert, if they are in a very hot region, you can get away with this because no one is wearing heavy armor, but it has to be that specific qualifier. If you're fighting anywhere else where someone is able to wear heavy armor and not die of heat stroke, then you are an easy target. Plus, an archer's gonna have fun with you. Bodhi's fighter. Yeah, she is also not a crusher. Not with those weapons. Outrider, reskin of the other guy, already passed. Shield Guard, reskin of the first guy, already passed. Outlander, he is another target without the shield, and those swords are also a fail, because they are way too thick to be effectively used. Are those made out of bronze? Are those even... I think those are even supposed to be made out of bronze, which would be struggling... The bronze would be really, really struggling with a sword of this size. So, sorry, Raid. You are, You're not getting a pass on the Outlander. Pit Fighter is the exact same. Spirit Walker is also a giant target, and the heals make it worse. Her weapon is fine, and that's like the only part. Again, you can make some of the heat arguments-ish, but unless you're in the middle of the desert, she's a definite fail. And she's pushing it in the middle of the desert. It's a chunk of bronze in the vague shape of a sword, yeah. And it's struggling to collapse under its own weight. Head Taker is a reskin of the Crusher. She is actually wearing more, but still no shield. You're an easy archer target, and again, you're pushing it once you get out of the desert, and the heals are a no. Dervish, another archer, she's fine. Ritualist, another reskin, same problems, pass on the weapon. Scrapper, Spirit Walker made me question if I should pull summons in public. Yeah! I like Head Taker better than Crusher. Yeah, Head Taker is a better design, in my opinion, than Crusher. Scrapper is also a big target. I can appreciate at least armoring the arm that's going to be closer to your opponent, but giant target, just not enough. The sword, however, is a bit on the chunky side, but is otherwise fine as a very small greatsword. And for once, it's not clipping into the ground. So, interestingly, that is a fine weapon, in spite looking comically oversized. At least relative to what you're used to seeing. Also vulnerable to getting his balls kicked in. Also very vulnerable to getting his balls kicked in. Or poked with something sharp, like a spear. No, that not the innuendo kind. Another archer reskin is fine. Ox has the same problem as the sword guy. He does have an that's a bit big on the side of a double axe, but it could be worse. But no shield, no protection. This guy's an issue. Skirmisher, another archer, is fine and pretty. Tiger Soul, another archer, is fine and pretty. At least they did a little more variation with her. I like that variation. That's neat. That's neat. And she even has a little bit extra armor on her than the others. Soul, and now we're into these reskins, though. I think I like her with the gold more. Another reskin is Fail. Another reskin is Fail. Another reskin is Fail. Fail. Well, you have the same problem as the other ones. That is an appropriate battle axe and an appropriate sword, but not an appropriate anything else. Ooh! You have my attention. The reason I make the joke about how many Bautista fighters. This guy has my attention. That is lamellar armor. I think I pronounced that right. With padding and chainmail. And an appropriate weapon. This guy is an A+ pass. He is some nice, medium, depending on era, heavy armored soldier. This guy's great. Trugor. He has a shield. And that is a fancy helmet. And with that going here, you got like very little to hit him in the face with. He has a pass on the armor. This part of the weapon is fine. I'm a little... Well, if that's bronze, that's pushing the limits of bronze. But the weapon could also be a pass. And he has a secondary short sword. Because that is still big enough to be a sword, not a big knife. So here we have another pass. Especially because of this. I like this. We love this. More of this, please. Dune Strider, who is... Actually, I think a reskin of someone we saw yesterday with that sword. Which is a fail. She is doing a little bit better with some of the armor, but still a fail. High heels, no horse. The sword is a fail. The helmet's okay. It's a bit open, but I've seen worse than... Well, no, it doesn't have a helmet part. It's just a circlet with decorations. No, doesn't. Sorry. Hill Nomad. Sword is fine. Boots are fail. I would definitely prefer her have a shield. She is pushing it. I don't think that... Mostly because there's very little armor. Imagine a Sentinel gets a lot of odd looks in his faction. Probably. Interestingly, something I should say is the open thighs aren't near as bad as the open chest. And no, I don't just mean the obvious. It can be surprisingly easy to defend your thighs, but this is really hard to do without having the shield in front of you. Elder, whose spear, if that's a metal shaft, fails. Replace that with wood and you're pushing it, but it could pass. Otherwise, this guy is a complete fail. I like some of the stylings though, but he is an easy target. Marked is a reskin fail. Sky Touch Shaman is magic. I assume that's irrelevant. I do think it'd be funny if some of these had skins that were them but filled with arrows. What are those weapons? It's hard to look at the weapons without potentially tossing myself. Elder also falls in actually terrible. Yeah, probably. I believe I have seen weapons with those kinds of extreme curve, almost identical to these. And I don't just mean the karambit knives, which are no. But otherwise you are a fail. I'm assuming you're using magic. Suai Firstborn. Weapon is a pass. Unfortunately you fail the armor test though. That's not enough. You do a little bit better, but again, it heals, and that's a bit too much unarmored sections for someone who lacks a shield. Harken Greatblade. You are also a fail on the armor. And again, oh wait, that's the sword the other person has. Okay, you need to thin this down. That weapon is way too chunky. That length is actually perfectly fine if it is like a quarter of the thickness or overall mass. The rest of her is a fail. Harskull. Well, he doesn't pass. he doesn't pass, and I feel that's bad, but I feel like it has way too much of a risk of shattering, even with the little reinforcements there, which I do appreciate the reinforcements on the end of the weapon at least. Fakran the Fat is a big target. Why do you fight with a giant brand? Fail. You failed. You have failed. Go back and have more Cheetos. Voila. Axe is too big, too heavy. You actually get... You know what? I'm gonna say you just skirt by on the line for having enough armor, assuming this is properly reinforced for the leather armor. The boots are still an issue, but you are skirting by with enough armor to get it. You fight to the branding armor for people like you who are really flammable. Oh. I am really flammable. You just skirt by in the armor test. Your weapon fails. Hi, Katun. You pass. Pass. Shield. You actually could deal with less armor, but I like the armor you have. The high heels are an issue. Again, personal preference, I prefer a polearm, but that is an war axe. Pass. Also, could I please summon you tonight? Woad Painted has the same problem as the other big sword. And including with the armor. That is a big shoot me here spot. Jarmasa is magic. Ooh. Fancy. And thus irrelevant, but if she weren't magic, she should be someplace other than the battlefield. Baroth the Blood-Soaked. His axes are a pass. Just barely, because they are a bit chunky, but they are a pass. However, that is not enough armor in the right spots. The open chest is just too much of an issue. Like, take some armor from other places and put it on his chest and he would be a pass. Otherwise, sadly though, he's a fail. Zai hit it on people. Can I summon you to... Oh no. Maeve is an archer, which means she's fine. I'm honestly a little surprised at how much armor she's wearing. The boots remain a problem, but that's just going to be an ongoing thing. Kala is a fail. That is a problem hammer. It is better than most of the problem hammers, but it is a problem hammer. And is a big target. Please. Shield. Anything. Tesda has a shield. Which means... Oh, and an appropriate, if a little bit on the big side in terms of the head, and small in terms of the shaft, axe. But, guess what? Or Tashada, you are a pass. Congratulations. Also, I'd like to summon you as well. Reskin of the Archer, also fine. Armina is... well, you are a big target, and you are a big target. No offense. Also, your weapon is a fail. I apologize. She actually looked at the weapon when I said that. Okay, sure. A Tur is a fail. Way too big. That'll snap. If that's a metal shaft, that's even worse. And you're a big target. You are a arrow pincushion. Reskin of the Archer is fine. Wrong answer. You're a fail. That weapon is about 12 times as big as it needs to be, and this is your only armor in these. You are also a easy target. Pass on the spear. Still, you're pushing it. You are really pushing it. You do at least have a little bit more, but I mean, his sword doubles as a shield. Oh. There is a way to actually make that work, but that ain't it. No, I'm gonna say you are on the wrong side of the line for having enough armor. Sorry. And you are completely unarmored and trying to poke people with those little daggers. I hope you're magic because you are a fail. Darkhold the Scourge is a... Ooh! Pass. You are well armored. And having... Well, no, the axe is too big. I thought it was a single head. It's a double head axe. That's too big and heavy. If it was a single head, it would have been fine. But you are definitely an armored pass with your coat of plates. Ursuga Warcaller. That is a metal. If the shield had wood backing instead of being solid metal, she would actually be a pass, with the exception of that big F-off mace, which fails. Ironically, in spite being a large target, if this was a wood-backed shield instead of steel, she'd be fine. Yeah, the raid people have to be wondering what the heck I'm doing. You are the same as the other guy. Raf Matab. You also have a shield to cover that little bit of open spot there, but your chest plates are actually high enough that they're not interfering with your movement. So you pass on multiple levels. Your weapon needs to be wood, not metal. Otherwise, while that's a very large spearhead for this weapon, it can work as long as it's made out of steel and not bronze. Congrats, you are another pass. Rorik Wormbane. Fail. Your giant hammer is a fail. Your armor is a pass. Your axe is a pass. Your short sword is a pass. Your crossbow... It has a windlass! Your crossbow is a big pass. Your big crossbow is a big pass. Just use that. Don't bother with the giant hammer. Just use that. That's perfect. I'm very happy to see the included windlass. You are a pass, my dude. Valkyrie. Yes. So many people don't do that. I'm serious. That's awful. It's annoying. Crossbows, 1,000-pound crossbow. Though this is probably way more than 1,000 pounds. You need that much to pull it back, and it is not the same as just lifting 1,000 pounds. You have a shield, which means your big shoot me here hole is actually fine and protected. And your sword, though a little on the chunky and over-decorated side, is also fine. Congrats, the Valkyrie is a pass. I'm really glad the Valkyrie is a pass. Also, may I summon you as well. Elder Skarg. Your weapon is pushing it on the thickness. Your weapon is really pushing it on the thickness, but it could be a pass because it's short for a greatsword. Your armor, however, you are an easy target here. I like the helmet, though. but you're a bit too much of an easy target over here. That's sorry, you're on the wrong side of the pass-fail. Contra the Cyclone. You need to shrink that axe head down a little bit. You also need to not have this whole thing be made out of metal. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. I was almost about to start digging into your limited armor, but you have a shield and it's made out of wood. Admittedly, your armor is better than some, but that shield on its own fixes things. Contra the Cyclone. You are a pass. I would also like to summon you, please. Kronhem. Your weapons are very chunky for what they are. Ooh! But they are a pass. Now, you've also got either a type of lamellar or maybe a modified type of scale, because there are scale types that are that are held down. They're not near as well used. Lamellar is usually what's used instead, but they're there. You actually could pass, but... Oh, wait, I thought that was a helmet when I first saw it. And you don't have the chest armor. So your classic skin is a pass. Your Midgard skin is a fail. The swords are a pass if very heavy for what they are. Piercing hedonistic is oddly... I think I missed something. Your hammers are a fail. You also lack armor. You are a fail. Skill the drakes. Oy. Sorry, lady. You are a fail, but your boots are neat, but also a fail. And your weapon is neat, but that is... The axe heads... Well, the whole thing is a bit too large. You need to scale that down. But may I also summon you? And Lavaborn skin. What? Cool, but same problems, but very, very cool. Azure skin. Literally cool, but not enough. You really need a shield. Also, your weapon is still a problem. Scale of the Drakes, even up to thinks that pawn is painful, and he grew up with Muppets. She passes if attacked from behind. Yeah, you can pass from being attacked from behind, which is interesting, but you are otherwise a fail. I am sorry, but I would still like to summon you. Please don't hold it against me. And finally, Altan, who is a reskin of the old guy. He is a fail. Wait, where did I get the extra 5,000 gems from? I'm not gonna be... Oh, wait, no, I know where to get more money to do the summons and things. Let's get rid of some of the basics of these. This is a great way to farm cash. I really haven't been cleaning this out, so I've got a ton to sell. There we go. Money, 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 money. Yeah, I have allowed this to get very messy. I apologize for anyone with OCD. It's setting mine off too. Also, apologize for any serious players of this game. I'm sure you hate me right now. Up to is a literal pack rat and you're carrying too much stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna eliminate this all. And we'll actually be able to do some of those other quick purchases quick. Before moving on to the orcs. After which we'll decide if I am enough of a masochist to do the dwarfs or not. Those are the only ones I have of those. I'm gonna keep them. There we go, 120 grand. You know what? I don't think it's worth it to grab those. I've got plenty. We're going to be summoning. So, now that I have enough, let's finish some mystery shards and the ancient shards, shall we? Or maybe I need to do this as well, quick. And I have been spoiled on a couple of these, so. So, I should be able to, yes. Any more level 2s that we could max out for more? Yeah, we can do you. Since you're a duplicate, we can get away with that. There, that's cleared out a bunch of slots for us. How about that? Oh, actually, we can do some more upgrade ranks too, can't we? I don't have enough 30s that I want to get rid of to do that. I think that settles it for what we can do. Yep, and now we have a ton of spare space. Aha! Playing smart. Play smarter, not harder. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's start with the ancient shard again. Oh, you're one of the dwarves. Oh, I'm gonna have issues with the dwarves, I can see that. That sword, man. Alright, on to the regular summons. Dumbass. I'm gonna need to keep clearing this out, aren't I? Alright, duh. Oh wait, that's right, I have these new level 3s. Ooh, I got a Dune Strider. That's right, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's level up the Dune Strider. I have been doing work for you in this game too. To be fair, she's only 4 feet tall, so the sword isn't that big. Fair, and also thank you. It would probably be more efficient to be upgrading the low-level ones, but I would like to upgrade her. Yeah, because I got her. Ooh, great skills. I can do skills. I thought I had... Wait a minute. Where'd you come from? Oh, wait, no, you're the one I got. No, what am I... Wait. I'm pretty sure I have more champions than I thought I did. Also, I thought I had one of you upgraded. I am losing my mind. Up to, why did the dwarf give you a heart attack? Not me. The height thing is a help, but that's still very big. Alright. Well, I thought I had a throat cutter pre-upgraded, but since I don't... we're just going to fix that. Rippy has been playing, apparently, and I very much appreciate it. Wait a minute. Oh, I can do that too. I'm not worrying about the fusion things right now. Okay, any more duplicate skills for... yes. Because this will also clear up spaces. As well as just generally make them more effective. Continuing to focus on the Amazon Brigade, but for these really powerful ones like him, I'm just going to have to live with it because he's more powerful. Okie dokie. Last couple rounds that I can afford. I'm wondering, has material been coming your way via the referral program? We just today made the minimum bar limits. And which means I actually passed to achieve the sponsorship, if that makes sense. But no, the game hasn't been giving me any free stuff, if that's what you mean. However, since I made the sponsorship, they are actually going to let me go with a pack if I so choose. Which I might do later on in the stream. But no, to my knowledge, I haven't been getting anything in terms of in-game resources as part of the sponsorship. It's supposed to give you stuff, including a hero of it. Oh yeah, it. Well, yeah, I used the Rhonda thing as well. So tomorrow I'm getting this. Unless you mean this referral system. Where is it? Oh, here. I clicked on the wrong thing. Unless you mean this. I'm not sponsored using this. I'm like sponsored. Well, now I am. So I'm not getting the normal free people's things. I'm being paid. Well, now I'm being paid. So thank you. Thank you. But yeah, my sponsor referral code is not the same as the referral program. You know what? No, we're gonna upgrade you because I could use more level 4s. Sorry, Death Knight, but I keep getting more of you, so it'll be fine. Oh, never mind. I don't have the silver. All right, on to the orcs for now. Oh, I guess I did just get the throat cutter. I must have been confused with getting the Sun Tribe. Alright. Warboy is a fail. The X's are fine, but small. They'd be better off as secondaries, but you are a big target. Again, there is the qualifier for these people that if fighting in the desert, you might be able to live with this, or, well, you might live with this, but even then, you're still gotta have. You still really need the shield to deal with arrows. The throat cutter is sexy, but has the same problem. Ironically, she is better armored because of this. Her sword is cool and is a pass. That sword is fine. I don't know why you need the extra parrying horns, though. Well, you might need them because you have a very tiny guard. Tracker is an archer and is thus fine. Has a very big arrowhead. I would question the arrowhead's weight. Sun Tribe. The axes are small, but technically fine. Well, they're short, but the head is large. They could be a little issuey. You do not have enough armor, though. Oh, ironically, once again, the ladies are seeming more armored than the guys thus far. Oh, that would be an interesting cultural thing to go with the orcs. You are a reskin of the other guy. You have the same problems. Ripper Fist has a very metal name. I like that. If you had these scales on your chest, you could pass on the armor. Sadly, you fail on the armor, and only because the people have used clawed gauntlets do you get away with your punchy fists as a weapon. And your swords are iffy, but technically passable. Huntress is a pass. Veteran. I question how he got to be a veteran because it's really easy to fill him through with arrows. The scars, they even put scars there. And you've got like 3 of these things. I assume they break often. They are very, very iffy. If they weren't just rusty pieces of metal that you could get a pass out of them, but it seems like you might break them a lot given that you're carrying extras. Wyvernbane. Those are problematic spears. They would almost be a pass if this was made out of wood. You are also a... Are you kidding me? You're pushing the limit, but that I'll give your armor a pass. You are pushing your limits, though, lady. Also heals. You're kidding me. Totem! Same problems. Raider? Same problems. I like the paint job, though. Twin Claw Disciple. Oh, here we go. Weapons actually managed to pass because historical. Daggers are fine, but you are a target. You fail the armor test. Tree Feller, here we go again. You're just a giant wolf. Oh, that's interesting. You don't have, you know, if you look at him as he's standing, it's really easy to fill him full of arrows here. But if you use a tactic that utilizes his head being up, that's actually a really decent defense there. And of course, this prevents anyone from getting on his back to attack him. And animals in general weren't armored at all, so I mean, he's doing better than most. Ironclad lives up to his name. You, assuming these move, pass. Your weapon has issues. Oh, wait, no, it's got a spike there. Alright, you know what? You're a pass on both fronts. Congratulations. Pig Sticker is the reskin wyvern. You skirt by with the dumbest way possible. Spikehead has a shield. Guess what? And you get a pass somehow. Your weapon is probably a bit too chunky, but if you're really strong and, you know, it's not as weak as the rest makes it look, you can actually get by. Gallic is a fail and a... Wait, are you a reskin? How many... We've had so many people with the twin axes now. You are a fail, though, because your armor is in the wrong places. Reskin fail. What the... that weapon is a no. And you are, once again, an easy target. What the... fail. Also creepy. Swords are okay. Go back to your rituals, lady. Tolf the Maimed. Well, there's a reason you're maimed, buddy. Put some more armor on, because you are a fail, and your prosthetic swords are also a fail. However, the term prosthetic swords are cool, but you are still a fail. Tuhok the Wanderer. Axe head too big. You're doing better by being able to present this side as an armored defense, actually. You're pushing it. You're really pushing it. Trying to be more lenient, especially thanks to historical connotations. He can present a really, really tough armored defense from this side. Squeaking by. What are your other weapons? Yeah, those are fine. Seer is not able to do the same thing. You're a fail. Your swords are fine, though. Also, I like your design. You are so close, though. Some of these are really close because they do have a decent amount of armor on them. Trumbor is a big boy with a giant shield. Wood-backed, not steel. Although, axe a little bit too big, but you would be a pass otherwise, though those chains would be a pain. You're wearing other people's heads on your head. Okay, sure. Yelagirna. Fail. Thank you very much. Weapon is too chunky. Not enough defensive stuff. Sand-lashed survivor. Yeah, see, this is I like this. This is a cool armor design, but without any way to present a midriff protection, much as I like the open midriff look, You must fail. Your sword is also a bit too far in the chunky. You're not moving it like that. You might be able to get away with that, but that's iffy. I like your design as well, though. Vrask, you also have the issue of an open midriff. Also, your weapon is big and dumb. Terrorbeat, ooh. Reskin of the doggy with his helmet on. Assuming you have some way to direct this, this is a very protected critter, but it's blind, so I don't know how it's supposed to know who or what to attack. Maybe if you like chained it to a chariot or something and are directing it, you might, but the shaman is the same problem as the other one, but I do like the redhead. The bone keeper is the exact same way. The blood feather, ooh, ranged. Well, as a ranged person, you can get away with a lot more. Those are a bit big to be using on a crossbow. You would probably need a windlass. You really need a windlass to be able to actually load the darn thing, but you can get a pass on this. Two is happier, more sexy. Zargala, your axe heads are too big and you present an easy target. Again, I'd like to summon you, please. Torture Helm. It's a reskin of the other guy. He actually manages to pass because in spite of the open midriff, he has something to protect it with. Tagore. Your armor passes with flying colors, assuming this joint moves here. Your weapon fails because that's a big metal head. Old Hermit Yorg. You're a fail on multiple... Well, oh wait, no, you're a magic guy, aren't you? You're not relevant. Duck the Pierced is using a door for defense, but you know what? Because of that, assuming that's better held on than I think it is, I don't like the metal shaft, but you get to pass because of your door. Tagore is pass if you can move. Yeah, if this guy can actually move like this, he's good. Which I presume he can. And there's a lot of interlinking things here. So I assume the chest is the same way. Really? Door. Use what you have. Ultimate Gaelic has... You're the other guy, but with more armor, but still not enough in the right place. You're just not presenting the right amount of armor to the side to protect yourself. Also, your weapons are once again a little too big. You're a magic person. You are irrelevant. I like your Winged Hussar harness, though. May I summon you as well? Are you blind? Oh, no, you got eye slits. You actually have eye slits. Anger. Well, you're gonna get shot in the heart, so no. Also, that weapon is way too big. Warlord. You have... Oh, fuck. The weapon still fails, but you've got the freaking shield. Guess what? You pass. Varl the Destroyer. Your weapons fail unless that magic makes them light enough to move. Your armor also fails. In multiple ways, because not only does it present easy shoot me here with no proper way to defend, but there's no way those shoulders aren't getting in your way. Also, are you blind? Oh no, you've got tiny little slits there. How does he get the shield off his back? That's it. Well, we're gonna pretend like he's able to do that. Iron Brago passes. So again, assuming these are interlocking, which it looks like they are, so that he can move, he's gonna... these would be a problem, except they're so open for movement that he's fine. He also has winged hussars for whatever reason. His weapons, however, fail. I'm surprised by some of these. This guy ran away from Helm's Deep. A little on the large side, but technically passes. However, you should have kept all that armor that Saruman gave you, because you, man, are a fail. Fail! King Garog also is a complete fail. Well, okay, assuming he's left-handed and, like, presenting on this side, he... no. Oh, man, those are bolted into his skin. Never mind, forget it. Fail. Gomlock Skyhide. Your weapon would probably shatter with use. That's all bone. And once again, you do not have a shield. Robar, pity's sake. You guys get so close, man. Fail. And also one of these dumb things again. Danag Skull Reap is also more fails, and his weapons are again solid metal. That's a bit too much. Which is a shame, because like when you have these front plates, that's actually pretty good, though whatever he did to his face can't be comfortable. Tila Gormain lacks a shield. Her sword is surprisingly practical. Her... Hold up, is that armor or is that... Oh no, that's just cloth. Just needs a little bit more here. As much as, again, I do like the open midriff, may I summon you. But, Kreela Witcharm. You present the exact same... You're just a reskin. You present the exact same problem. Appreciate you're not checking backs before failed declaration. I've had enough people that have snuck in a shield while I wasn't paying attention. You fail. Wait. Your weapon fails. Your... armor also fails because your chest is open. I couldn't quite tell. You're the last orc. Okay, so that didn't take as much time. So that is... Oh wait, no, that's index. I keep doing that. That takes care of the orcs. Oh. Okie dokie. And we're just over an hour in. Nice. Checking real quick. Because I am, unfortunately, potentially expecting a important response to something. Nope. Okay. So, I know there were a lot of fails, but I'm surprised by the amount of passes that those two had so far. This does surprise me. I am debating. I'm warring with myself if I want to get into the dwarfs or not right now. And basically just checking a couple things in the meantime, because it's... Also, what was... not dinner. Epic Power Pack? No, this wasn't what I was thought I saw. Well, they're neat. Special offer power pack. There it is. Since they are now footing the bill, I'm tempted to grab one of these just to see what the Sacred and Void Shards will get me, but we'll have to think on that. You're going to froth at the mouth. Alright, we're gonna do it, and we're going to try to keep an eye on the time, such that if I'm taking a break in the middle of it, I can do that. Dwarfs. I'm kind of surprised by how many I've gotten of them without paying attention. Also that my level 4 is 1. Here we go. Tunnel Stewart. You have a crossbow. You're fine. Yeah, you're actually decently armored for having that as like your only weapon. You're okay. Though what's up with the physics for your pouch? Slicer. Open chest. As much as I'm sure people would want to argue otherwise, the beard is not enough armor. That sword is too chunky. It would have to stop like right about here to be really usable at that thickness. Maybe if you thin it down. And I'm operating under the assumption that these guys are between 3.5 to 4 feet tall. Icebound Prospector. Well, under the assumption that you're a miner, not a dedicated soldier, it doesn't matter. A pickaxe is the beard has armor in it though. Maybe if he like tied armor into his beard. If he's got actual plates under it, which I'm actually seeing. You squeak by with a pass. If you're just a well, you kind of look undead, actually. Or like a Durgar or something. Pickaxes are nasty weapons, but slow. But he's not... we're pretending like he's not a dedicated soldier. In which case, it's a little irrelevant. Line infantry. That needs to be a wooden spear shaft, but he's otherwise perfectly fine. He is actually equipped as line infantry. He's got a spear, he's got a shield, he's got his nice padded armor. Technically, a lot of it looks like it's leather, but you can get the same amount of protection out of leather armor to padded armor. The main reason why people say no leather armor is because we can't really find much survive, but that's just potentially because it deteriorates quickly. I've seen tests with leather armor. The biggest problem with it is its repairability compared to padded armor. You can get roughly the same amount of defensive capability out of it if you make it correctly. So I'm not going to hate on leather armor like some people do, especially if it looks like it's done correctly. Also, yeah, leather was expensive, but that's also why you could feasibly have someone who has the money doing it just to show off. Chemist. What are those? No. Bad. Fail. He actually has armored his beard. But it's not enough. And you are a reskin of the Ice Miner guy. And I'm just assuming you're a psycho that's thrown at the enemy. Dilgol? You have a gun! You've got a musket! And it's a matchlock musket! And you're armored correctly! You pass and you are currently one of my favorite guys. I want you. Summon, please. Yes! Correct triggering mechanism, too. Holy smokes, someone was paying attention. I just realized you've got your powder horns attached to your beard. That's really, really funny. That's funny. You. I like you. More of you. Painsmith is Ice Pick Miner. Reskin, you're gonna die on the battlefield. Bulwark. Ooh. That shield, let's see how your plates are. Well, you know, at first it looked too solid, but that's not like a full harness. That's much smaller on a lot of leather and cloth backing. You get a pass. Your weapon does not. Flails like that are, well, that's too big and heavy anyways. But you're really running the risk of hitting yourself as well. The flails that are historical had a handle that's so long that the chain and flail actually can't reach the person when it's being wielded. Glorial Brutebane. Ooh, nice small axes. Not great primary weapons. You have, I assume though that these are throwing axes, which are perfect. And you are, in fact, armored. It's not steel, but padding and leather are counting as armor too, so you're good. Would prefer a helmet, though. And you're a reskin that's just called the Hatchet Slinger. Alright, you're good. Master Butcher. Got a little... I think your shield's backwards, dude. Hammer is a fail. You need to go back to the kitchen because you are... If you held the shield correctly, you could get away with it, but you are otherwise not armored well. Madman. You have the same problem as the other guy. Boltsmith. And you have a shield to go with your crossbow. What is that? Well, I've seen worse helmets. Pass. Dolor Lorekeeper. That shield needs to have a lot more wood in it. Not just be a big chunk of metal stapled to your arm. Now, so if that is mostly wood with metal covering, you're another pass. Though again, please use bigger weapons or longer weapons. Perforator is a reskin of the other crossbowman. He's good. Honor Guard is also a pass until you reach. Again, need to be wood backed. I'm just gonna keep us. I'm gonna stop saying that, and we can just say as a rule the shields need to be wood backed unless they're really tiny, and the hammer is too big. But armor wise, you're good. Beast Wrestler is a fail on all fronts. Really? Again, your weapons are okay just because they're based on stuff we've seen. Need some protection here, please. Oops. Don't give me that look. Flailer is the same as the other guy. I'm not having too much of an issue with the dwarfs so far. Certainly not compared to some of the other people. Avir the Archmage is an Archmage, and thus I do not get to judge you. Cudgeler. Is that wood or leather wrapped? If that's leather wrapped, he's good. I'm a little iffy on these kinds of weapons. I've seen weapons that have just the one end. Double-ended is a but could still pass. In leather and metal armor, you're asking, people that are like this are asking for it a little bit without the helmet at minimum, but is doing better. I wonder what that is. What's that supposed to be? Stout Axeman. You are Doing great. I like you. He has a cannon? I don't think that's a cannon. Unless you mean like that is like a hand cannon. The stout axeman is fine. I'd like to be able to see what your axe looks like though. That could be an issue. Also, the stout axeman is doing even better. What the heck's going on? Oh, your axe is surprisingly small. You're doing good. What's going on? What? Okay. Runic Warder is also doing fine. I like your armor styles. That could be a bit of an issue. That's a little bit. That's limiting your ability to move your head. Grumbler. Hammer. Oh, you're reskinning the other guy. You're good. Hammer too big otherwise. Oh yeah, you actually got wood backing. Demthea. You are a magic person that's wearing enough armor to pass. Holy crap. More of you, please. Also, you don't even have heals. I can't really speak to your staff, though. Dwarves, we do good armor. Yes, they do. Holy smokes, you pass. That is fancy armor. I like that. Ragnar Goldgleam. That's a bit on the large side, but you are another pass. You're doing good. Gala Long Braids. You're pushing it, but a little bit. Oh wait, no, that's... Don't want to zoom too much. Your weapon is a bit iffy. And I prefer you wear a helmet, but you're doing well. The helmet's for your own protection. You're actually cute, but you can actually pass. Beardall Fellhammer. I can't speak to your hammer, and your shoulder plates and back plate are having issues. Shrink these down and you can pass. Let's see if you drop your hammer like the other guy, and then we can... Does clicking on you do anything? No? No. Alright. Runekeeper Daz Dirk, you're a magic person. You are... That's a bit... no. Otherwise... That's also questionable. But, yeah, I can't really say much, though, because you are another magic person. Morag, Bronzelock, you have the issue of... Yeah, even if it is a... Even if with them being dwarves and making this like on the short end, the sword's an issue, and you're just a little too unarmored here. You've just on the wrong side of the line, just barely. Fodbor the Bard. Oh, you're a musician. Oh, you know what? We really haven't gotten any good dwarven bards, have we? Thorin's company doesn't count because they're all warriors that happen to be really good singers. So this amuses me. You and your pipe amuse me. Axes, okay. No, axe heads too. No, actually, axes fail. That attachment, axe head too big. Yeah, you amuse me. I like you. You seem like fun. Sword's probably fine. Melga Steel Girdle. Your armor passes, your maces are too big. I like how they keep looking at the weapons when I criticize them. But your armor still passes, you're good. Rock Breaker, your hammers fail. Assuming this is actually an armored... Nope, big shoot me here, under the beard, your fail. Also, what the heck is that helmet? The helmet might not actually fail, depends on how it's made, but your shoot me here hole is a problem. Geomance. Oh, wait, magic doesn't matter. I like the idea of dwarven geomancers. Why haven't we seen this kind of stuff? Dwarven geomancers is a great idea. Though you look a little psychotic. Rear guards. That needs to not be a faceplate, but a full helmet. Holy crap. The flail fails. The rest of you passes. Though you really need an actual helmet, not just a faceplate. I like this type of battle dress they have for the dwarves. This is cool. More of this. Filja. Too big. Shoot me here, hole. These probably start interfering. You're close, though. And you look cool. Cornelia is creepy. Good. Good torso armor and arm armor. That's all metal. You're not having fun. Is that a mask? Is that her? No, that is her face. I have some questions. Grizzled Jarl. You're good. You're rescanning the other guy. Can I please get a look at your X? No, I cannot. Darn it. As Krizia. Ooh! Sword pass. Sword pass. Please don't clip into the ground. A bit chunky, but sword pass. And armored properly. You pass. Tormund the Cold. Your hammer completely fails. Assuming there is armor here, you do pass, though. Kira the Watch. Ooh, nice big shield. Mace, eh. Armor looks good, but now you've got the shield, so you can just tank whatever you want. Also a really neat design. Samar Gem Curse. Ooh. I'm like looking up at the name and not really looking at them. Your weapon fails. If your gems had spread over here, you'd be good, my dude, but you need to go see a doctor. Molly Tankard is... Oh, you've got a shield. And your hammer is just small enough to probably get away with it. Holy smokes. You're getting away with this, lady. Nari the Lucky. I'm a little on the weapon, but you could make that work. If this is a... I don't think that's a joint, which would make this fail. If that's a joint, it would pass, but I don't think that's a joint. And that is armor because this is his skin color up here. The heck is that mask and helmet? Fail, Granyar. Fail, what the? No pass, sorry buddy. You're a magic person, so that's irrelevant. You look neat though. The Mountain King. Weapon head is too heavy. That looks like a metal grip, which is also a no. Your armor looks pretty good though. I like how it's like the helmet is struggling with the beard. You could just see his eye walking through the army lines, flipping beards and making judgments. Goffred Brassclad. Ooh, your weapons are fail, especially using brass. You could get away with armor like this. I'd prefer steel, though. Again, you're struggling with your vision with the helmet, and vision and head mobility with the helmet is an issue. Maybe if you stuck in a couple more slits and made the helmet static, but you could like turn your head inside it. There were helmets that did that. That would work. Herndig. Your weapon fails. Your armor passes. Helmet, please. Under Priest, your magic it doesn't matter. Your crystal flail fails. Your coat of plates passes. Helmet, please. Trunda, Gilt Mallet, you fail the armor test, and your hammer has too much metal. Same. Your armor passes. Your hammer still fails. What's that on the back of Herndig's hammer? Why is your hammer... Does his hammerhead turn into a mug? If that's empty, well, it still fails, but that's really funny. Oh, you're the last dwarf. We got through that really quickly. And it wasn't near as bad as you said it was. Now you like really... Alright, we're surprisingly moving right along. So the question is, what do we want to do now? These two scare me. I kind of want to come up here and do like another like good old-fashioned armor style one. Because they're where we're going to get the most from. The question though is... thinking. Because I usually want to take a quick break at like the 2-hour mark. Do we want to do our break a little bit early? Oh, you're a big one. Alright, here. We're going to break a little bit early, then dive into the Sacred Order and see how long that takes us. I am going to have this run the auto battle for a little bit while on break. That way we'll have some more silver. And I am thinking that since... Where is it? I am thinking we might see what the Sacred and Void Shards get us. Since you guys got me past and they will handle things because yay, sponsor! Which, again, this is a sponsored stream as I sit here and criticize Raid. Thank you all for participating and helping. I really appreciate it. It's a huge deal. And thank you, Raid, for even giving me this chance. Like I said, I haven't made partner or affiliate or anything, and I still had the option to do this, which is just phenomenal for me. Sacred Order will take a bit, not too many reskins, and some interesting design choices. Okay, cool. We'll be doing that then. But yeah, thank you so much for using the code. You still can for the next couple days. Rhonda, Twitch to open up this. where you get Rhonda as an extra free character. Oops, wait, no. And I believe that's how that works. I believe that's what activated that. I'm still a little iffy on a couple of the mechanics here. So there's the quick shout before we go to break. I'm going to settle in for some cash grinding. I've been moving along with the quests myself. And so what I like to do is this, where someone that will blast me through and then throw in a bunch of characters to train up. Let's get our other 4-star dwarf powering up. And actually, let's do her too. I am out of multi-battles. I am out of multi-battles, which means I can't do... I've actually burned through those today. Oops. I can't get... Okay, I was hoping to do that as a break and I completely forgot about that. That's an oops. What are you... Oh, no, I don't want that. Wait, does this come with silver? If I'm gonna... No, it doesn't. Oh, well. Oh, well, I guess we're just gonna do a normal be right back break. I will be... well, right back. Okay, so thinking it over quick, here's what I think I'm going to do. Since I'm planning on just picking up the gems when I grab that at the when I grab the 1-pack, I am actually going to quickly make a clan in Raid so that we can all join up and yay, we have a clan. I'm just checking something quick. So we're going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to grab the pack immediately or not. Maybe just make the final draws the topper for this stream for today. But we are going to go ahead and make that clan quick. I sort of joined one, but it was just for a... I had joined one temporarily just to pass a quest. However, we're going to create a clan, and it does cost gems to create a clan. So we are the Chimeras again, and the... Really? Really? Yeah, there's so many people that play this game. It's like 15 million accounts or something like that. It's only 4 letters. Of course, it's already been taken. Can it be the clan? No, of course not. I think an outlaw star there. Wait. Oh! Oh, I thought I was being clever. Let me think. Chimera, VTuber. Well, you're kidding me. Damn. Holy smokes. Oh, that looks too much like something else. I was thinking Cyber Chimera VTuber Den. Anime Chimera VTuber Den. Chimera VTuber Den. Streaming Chimera VTuber Den. Wow! Well, when you're competing with 15 million people, there is an issue. Hmm. We're probably gonna have to dip into the numbers, aren't we? Crap. Aha! Okay, we now have our own clan. Sacred Order. I've got a bunch of these guys already. You go to the clan tab, and in here, if you haven't joined anyone, you'll be able to search and look to join clans. Like I did briefly, but didn't explain like I should have. So, Novitiate, who is an archer and is fine. Most of these guys are probably going to be fine until you reach the plates. Connect, which is an old, that's where knight is derived from. You should be on a horse. Kite shield. Arming sword. Should probably have something bigger, but that works just fine. Yeah, you're good. Chainmail backing, you're fine. Preacher is also good. Hold up. Hold up. Did the stream drop? Am I still live? Okay. Because it looks good on my end, but that is now streaming alert and was a little worried there. Okay, shield, fine. Mace is actually of a decent size. Should probably be wood. Looks like mostly... Well, you're very lightly armored, actually, it looks like, but the shield really covers it. Sister Militant is also fine, and I like your great sword. That is good. That is perfect. You have a clan member problem. I'll check it then. Yeoman is reskin of the archer. You're good. Actually, we're just gonna go check to see if that's working. Aha! Aha ha 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 ha! Huzzah! That is not the right tab. And we had just done Yeoman, so we're already up. Armiger! Thank you! Again! You are a reskin of the Connect. You are good. Yeah, it's really appreciated. And anyone who still wants to join can use the link to do so. Would be much appreciated. And remember, Rhonda Twitch to activate the Rhonda brain legendary champion quest. Looks a tad because of that. Wrapped helmets were a thing people did. The shield's fine. The sword's fine. He's got the steel armor. He actually has some coated plates here. That's not studded armor. There were metal plates in those squares. He's fine. Militia is a very heavily armored crossbowman. He is good. Kettle helm. Oh no, Sally. Excuse me. Crusader. Flamberge, however you want to pronounce it. That's maybe a little on the chunky side and should not stick in quite like that. However, you are good otherwise. I mean, that's an actual helmet that people use with the horns and everything. Pilgrim is also... Ooh! That's the one I like. Well, I prefer the solid hammer, but that's the one I like. That is a proper warhammer. Right length, too. Plus the shield, coat of plates, good helmet. Yeah, I figured a lot of these guys are going to be much more heavily armored and allow us to do more than just fail. This guy's good. I like this guy. The Intercessor is a reskin of the other one. You are good. You actually have more chainmail, which makes you better. The Sergeant has another historically accurate warhammer. You're also doing good. There's going to be a lot of doing goods now for one. Yeah, you're doing fine. The Outlaw Monk should stay off the... Why are you an outlaw monk? What did you do to become an outlaw monk? Also, stay off the battlefield. You'll be filled with arrows. And or just get your skull cracked open. The Battle Sister is another reskin. You're good. And one they tried to... Yeah! Wait. He is! I didn't even notice that. He is! The Drill Master is another crossbowman. Different kettle helm. Coat of plates with the plates on the outside. That was still a thing. You're good. You are fine. You are a heavy crossbowman. Not while I'm drinking. I stabbed a man to keep him from sin. The Draconis. Good sword, good shield. I like that kind of pommel, and good armor. Preferably have a helmet, but you're good. Harrier. As a crossbowman, you can get away with just using the leather armor. And that's it you have for weapons, so yeah, you're good. Justicar, your hammer fails. Oi. Oops. Your armor... Well, you have an interesting problem, because it appears as though your armor comes down too low on the bottom and the top. Winch up your armor, buddy. The rest of this is good, but your chest piece... Oh, wait, no, it's not a full chest piece. It's just a plate in the front. Never mind, your chest piece is fine. Confessor, you're an archer. You're good. You got lots of padding. Ooh, you got lots of... got a bit of a bakery going on. You're good. Sanctum Protector, that's maybe a little... Well, nah, that's pretty good. Lots of coat of plates going on. Got the nice shield going. Big tanky helmet. Yep, another pass. Headsman, you're an executioner. You probably shouldn't be on the battlefield. If you're just purely functioning as an executioner, you can get away with that. So that, because you're fighting, you're not fighting anyone. You're just hitting a static target. You're not so good on the battlefield, though. Especially since your coat of plates is poorly covering. Unless it goes under that cloth, which I don't think it does. Mother Superius. I hope you're a magic person. That may function as a warhammer, but is pushing it. At least your shoot me here hole is really tiny. You have issues though, lady. Again with the boots. You're having some. Hold up. Is that? Oh, that's not padded. That's just cloth. That is your only. Nope, fail. This religious order encourages maiden. Okay, because this is hanging. Because it should really stop around here and then get in the second section. You're. It depends. Your axes are good. Depending on how this is connected together, you could be either or. You could pass, but depending on how that's made, you could also be sacrificing movement. Their faith really adheres to be fruitful and multiply. Oh no. Justicar, I think you're a reskin of someone. You're good. The War Priest, your mace is a little on the large side, but you are otherwise perfectly fine. Penitent, reskin, you're good. Pretty sure you're a reskin. Templar, reskin, good. Renouncer, ooh, Flamberge. And lots of chainmail and coat of plates. Your coat of plates is clipping through you, sir. That's a bit small, actually. But you're good. Again, that was a helmet that people used. I really don't know why, but that was a helmet that people used. Solaris, reskin, you're fine. Lemelar, reskin, you're fine. Chaplain, reskin, you still fail. Castic, your weapon fails. Your weapon better fail. Your armor, that's okay. Your helmet fails because that's just a faceplate and chainmail. The chainmail would be fine, but the faceplate is giving you issues the way it's connected. Your that's all padded. Your armor does manage to pass. Purgator, your weapon needs to be smaller. The rest of you, another coat of plates. Got enough room under those that they don't need to be perfectly mobile. You're good. Hospitaller, you are not a hospitaller. You are the same as the other lady. Depends on how this is made. Witness, back to archers, you're good. Athel, discussed you when this started. You're good as long as there's chainmail in here. Godseeker Aniri. That is a fancy shield with the usual requirements. The sword is also a... Hold up. This is a problem. This little thing that's sticking through her hand. It's a problem because it will stick you through your hand. If you move this out to make it more of a guard, it could work. Oh, you actually have a helmet. Holy smokes. You actually have a helmet. Oh. You've learned you need the helmet. What makes Hospitaller? Generally speaking, actually being part of the Order and wearing their style equipment. Yep, you've got moving plates in here and stuff. You're good. And I like that you have the helmet, even if you're not wearing it right now. Oh, crap, I need to... Okay. Inquisitor Shamel. You're a crossbowman. You're good. Lightsworn. Who's the guy I have? Your mace needs work. The rest of you is good. Cardinal. Your sword is fine. Let's have a look at your armor. Oh, yeah, there's your padding. So you're not, as usual, but the rest of you is good. Still would prefer helmets for people, please, but you're good. Carlinia. What is that weapon? Are those candles? Are you poking people with candles? Your armor equipment also has quite a few fez in there, but are you poking people with candles? You're poking people with candles. You better use magic. You also better use magic, because you're going to die very quickly. Loderick Falconheart. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, for a second I thought, well, you know what? That's small enough and light enough, you could get away with that. I like that, actually. And you are appropriately dressed. Congrats, you pass. Mistress of Hymns. You are the same as the other lady. You are good. I like the properly sized greatsword. Deacon Armstrong. Your mace has issues. Your armor, interestingly, does not. You are a bit of a target. Oh, you even have a shield! Pass. Phoenix. Your sword is fine. Your everything else leaves a lot to be desired. Because you are not presenting an armored target like that, because there's no armor here. Just your arm. I do like the, you don't see that elbow protection very often, though. I think you're technically a reskin of someone. You're good, though. Wood backing, please. You got the helmet, though I prefer a more closed helmet. Mordecai, presumably magic person, otherwise you're dying very quickly. Lady Atessa, you're a crossbowman. You are good. Are you a repeating crossbowman? Oh, you have a shield to go with everything else. Or is that just a rack to... That's just a rack to hold them. Never mind. Yeah, you're good. Romero. Sword is fine. Lacking shield. Your armor most... Oh. Sorry, buddy. This is not interlocked plates. This is one big piece. Which means this is very painful for you. If there had been a joint here instead... Well, even that... Yeah, if there had been a joint here, he'd be good. But the problem is, since there isn't, when he bends forward, the whole thing moves with him. You're having a bad day the first time you try to sit. Missionary, reskin, fine. Relic Keeper, no. That big wide hammer is a no. The rest of you is good. Though I would probably want to wear... Well, I guess... Crown, though? Eothar. You're a reskin, aren't you? You're good. Or you're very similar, at least. That's a bit large. Or chunky, I should say. Sanguinia. Ooh, you got another one of these Warhammers I like. Using it as the crow's beak side. But we got an issue here. Now, here's the thing. When you look historically, you will see some armor that looks like this. That is this big solid plate that sits like this. That is not jousting armor. However, it was used very specifically. And as a melee combatant like her, it was not used like this. You'll see this worn by people like Spanish conquistadors or early British settlers. Go watch the movie Pocahontas, for example. And what you're getting with this particular style of armor is firearms have reached the point where that's the primary weapon people are using and the primary weapon people are trying to defend from. They've reached the point where they're sacrificing the mobility that's required for melee combat in order to have a very, very tough, tanky piece of armor to hopefully deflect the musket shot. But as a melee combatant, you can't do this because it drastically hampers your ability to move. Juliana, your sword is fine. Your armor is fine. Do you have a helmet hidden around here? No. Ooh, you got a secondary. Nice. Talia. Ooh, I like that sword. Another good sword. Let's see. Another good armor, and you are very pretty. Frostbringer. Oh, you've got to be magic because of that. Magic spear helps fix the issues. If that's a regular spear, you have issues. Also, a freezing weapon that's made out of steel. And your armor is good. At least you have bigger wedges for the heels, but that's still a bit of an issue. Hope. Yeah, and you've got this same similar kind of chest plate padded armor going on here. You're good. Another reskin, your fail. Reskin pass except for the mace. Constantine the Dayborn. Too chunky. Could be fine, but is too chunky. Let's see. How's your chest plate built? Because the rest of this looks fine. That's another solid... Oh yeah, that's another solid piece. You're having some issues here. Even if it stops like right there, this is punching into your stomach whenever you bend. Is there a person in there? Oh. No, there probably isn't. Those are wings. You probably get a pass just because there's very little I can judge by. Because that kind of looks like your skin. I'm kind of like, have fun on the battlefield, moving on. Venus is a fail. A very sexy fail, but still a fail. You should be someplace that isn't the battlefield, please. Sir Nicholas! Santa Claus is having a very bad day. That could be a little thinner, but because it's a smaller great sword, get away with it. You are having issues with your chest armor like a lot of these people's. This is funny. This is funny. I'm amused. Oh, he's even got plates in his big coat. Bilvald the Thorn, your hammer fails. Your chest piece also fails. Archbishop Pinthroy. Man, you look like the villain in an anime. Also, magic irrelevant. Very hard to see what armor is and isn't under that. Cupidus, really? Really? You have this same issue. That's punching into your stomach when you bend. Your sword is funny and fine. Now bring on that priest to... Enough bling on that priest to deflect bullet, possibly. Your chest piece is the main problem here again. Martyr, you're good. Oh, you're not quite the reskin I thought you were, but you're still good. Glacia Soul Guide. You're another mystical creature that I don't know that I can properly judge. You do seem to have some arrowy magnet issues. Oh, wait, nope. Shield, never mind. But you're gonna have some bending issues unless you can do like that and make the armor move with you. Abbess? Only because you have a crossbow do you get away with that. Is that a solid plate? How is that supposed to move? Raid may wish to look at your elbows for being able to move your arms. Errol, what is this hole in the sword? That's the sword was almost fine, but the hole in the sword is a fail. Because that will break. The rest of you is pretty good, but that's a problem. Pulse ring. Yep, your weapons are good. There's a question of... Yeah, there's a question of how much of this is decorative leather and functional leather versus armor. It's hard to say. He could be a pass, he could be a fail. Astralon. Oh, you're another one. I don't want to... He wants us to look at her elbows. Praise at the booze. Sir, put your soul back in your body. You're another one that I really am not sure that I can say anything about. Corvus the Corruptor. That is a very, very fancy flamberge that is usable. There's a question of the joints in the chest. That's a maybe one way, maybe another. And I don't think I've actually ever seen an armored plague mask before. And those were actually fairly functional. Made right. Roshkard the Tower. Your hammer fails. Your armor may just have enough interlocking plates to pass. Your shoulders are a little bit of an issue, but not too bad. Aha! I'm getting faster at this. I am getting faster at this. I think it helps. I've explained a lot of the basis behind these a while ago. Oh, wow. What? Holy crap, people just piled in. Hi. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Thank you, everyone. It's really appreciated. I hope you're using my links. I have accidentally an actual guild. Does this mean I have to do things? Okay, actually, I'm gonna check something real quick. Plus, the guild is properly useful for, like, if Raid sponsors me again, then we just have the guild from the get-go. Okay. Alright, you know what? Up to absolutely hates the elves, but we're gonna do the dark elves instead of the prissy light elves. Mage Killer is dead. Swords are okayish, but not good primary weapons, but you are dead. Ranger, you're an archer, you can get away with it. Lurker, you are a reskin of the Ranger, you are an archer, you can get away with it. Up to, we'll spend the next half an hour doing nothing but hissing in the chat. Heart Piercer, you are a Ranger, you can get away with it. Why are your heals much more tame? You're dark elves. Redeemer is a big target. Also, that weapon isn't going to work. There's not enough support for that weight on that side. Bolted to the blade. Sniper is another archer. You can get away with it. Harvester is... The scythe, really? Fail on the scythe. And as soon as I just try to prevent my eye failing. Your scythe fails. Your armor choices fail. One sec. Got a little bit of a hang-up going on. There we go. No, not quite. I'll pick at it if I don't remove it immediately. Yeah. Painkeeper is whoa. Yeah, up to his right. Whoa. Yeah, you never left the goth phase. Your shield protects you, and it needs to. That's a little... Well, it's a plate, so it can at least move out away from you. Your weapon... That is that really long axe blade that's just too long. The irony, though, is thanks to that shield, you're good. Eviscerator fails with those tiny little knives. The knives are functional, but not as a battlefield weapon. You die. Retainer. Well, we've got the shield, we've got a good sword, and the chest plate with the scale. Yeah, you're good. You pass somehow. Paragon is dead. Paragon is dead. A little too heavy of a head there. The worst place to not have armor. Coldheart is an archer. You can get away with it. Wanderer. That looks leathery. That could, if he has a... it'd be light, but if you have that whole leather chest piece that actually covers you, you can get away with it. Those are an issue for getting stuck, but technically the sword is functional. Hexweave, your magic, you are not relevant to this list. Spirit Host, you have the same problem as the other lady. Ordinator, you are also a problem. Also, that weapon is a fail. These swords are fine. Steel Bowyer, you are fine. Mystic Hand, your magic, you better be magic because otherwise you're a fail. Sword's fine. Kale, also look like you're a magic person, so I can't say much about your staff. Daggers are fine. On the belts, please, buddy. But, yeah, you're good. Judge. Same as the other guy. At least you can actually see some leather, but that does not look like properly hardened leather. Also magic. What are you, the Wicked Witch of the West? I hope also magic. Archer can get away with it. Seriously, why are so many of these dark elves having more sane heals than the other people? Visionary, boy. Also magic. Functional. Rest is less so. Fang Cleric. But all the scale mail, you're good. Seriously, they always look at the weapon just as I complain about it. Delver. You are a crossbowman. I'm sorry, my brain just quit on me there for a second. You're good. Warden, reskin to the other guy. You're good. Crimson Helm, reskin to the other lady. Your axe is the problem. You've got less armor than she does, but you've got that darn shield that's even wide right at the right spot. Good grief. What are... You're melee, aren't you? That's a blade. Fail. Krakarth, you better be magic, because if that's a mace, it fails, and you do not have enough armor here. You're actually getting a little close, but not quite. Therisk, oh, you're like a psychotic archer. Technically pass, but you've got issues. Rian the Conjurer. Yeah, you're another magic person. It's irrelevant. Also, you can fly. Durandal. Yeah, those are short enough. You're good. It's mostly leather, probably covering more scales. You pass. Spider. Shoot me here, please. Also, again with those weapons. Gwyneth. What the? Yeah, assuming those scales are, like, hard enough, you're good. Dark Kale. Same thing with the magic. Caden. What the? You have a little bit of a problem here, dude. That's pushing it, buddy. Oh, no bends. No bends on the chest. You can't move the way you need to. Another one of these. No change. You're better than the last one, though. And okay, you're another magic one. You're another What is that? Axe head. Oh, excuse me. That is a really weird halberd. Shield is too heavy. I know, I'll poke holes in it. That halberd is an issue. Well, is interesting, but That really needs to be a wooden haft. But the rest of you is a giant target. You look very, very interesting. But the rest of you is a giant target. Vix the Unbowed. Your shield saves you. You're almost looking a little orky there. Your mace fails, though. Lydia the Death Siren. Your magic. Blind Seer. Someone better tell you you need more armor. Roll the Huntmaster. I don't want to see the insect those came off of. Ghostborn fail. That was a ghost, it probably doesn't matter. Queen Eva. You are presumably more magic. There's not a lot I can say about that. Astrolith. Also a fail. Fine as big knives, but not as primary weapons. Chromax Moonblood. See, well, they're pretty thin this way, which helps. Let's see your armor. Okay, assuming that joint is like here, you're probably good. Vizier Ovelis, or Ovilis, or however you pronounce it. Your batliths are interesting. Made right, they could be usable. Assuming that's a joint, you're good. Oh, wait, no, you're not. That's not a plate. Never mind, that's a fail right there. Marinix. Oh, what are these stupid things? You went... A lot of these people shopped at Walmart. No. Bad. Fail. Zavia. Ooh, you got fancy swords. Swords are pass. The rest of you is kind of a target. Sorry. Truath. You're a magic user with a shield, which is always a good thing. Your chest armor probably has issues bending unless that's all molded leather. Noct the Paralyzer is magic and not relevant to this list. Foley is using way too small of weapons. Here's the thing, that's only a front plate, but it's still way too long now. All the scale would be good, but you're once again having issues when you bend forward. Lanakis the Chosen. Same as the blind person. Someone better tell you to put on more armor. Magic. Oh, that's it. Okie dokie. Glyver knockoff. Wait. How do I already have 28? Holy smokes. Okay. I might not like the show, but I do believe the appropriate response is the Patrick Star, "Who are all you people?" No. Okay, screw it. I keep wanting to do that. Alright. No, I'm not doing that now. We're gonna make that the finisher. Screw it. Gonna make that the topper to the knight. We're doing another one. Knight's Revenant. Thrall. Bit too big. Sewing the ring mail into your chest isn't gonna help you. Fail. Reskin. Fail. You just have a door. Again. That's too big. The door means your armor issue is okay-ish. I have questions when it comes to all of this. You deserve what you have coming to you, probably. Hammer too big. Neat mask, but I don't... It's hard to tell, but that looks like it's just wrappings, which is not going to protect you. Centurion. Axe blade or axe head too large. And again, there's not enough allowable movement in this chest piece. It doesn't need to be that much higher from where it is, but it does need to be higher. Also, you haven't... Here's the issue with having the eye holes that big. Spears can go in there. Daywalker. Doing surprisingly okay. That's still a bit too big. Depending on how that's made, that could be fine. Renegade. Your shield will protect you, and it better. Kind of like that she's got this face protection here too. And your sword is fine. Reskin. Reskin. This is a little... If these were closer to here, you might be able to get away with it. The sides are causing you problems. And as usual, a mace that's not quite there. Reskin. Arcanist. Magic. Irrelevant. You have an interesting fashion choice. Coffin Smasher. Well, you are a fail, Mr. Smasher, because this is a big arrow magnet and you shouldn't be able to lift those. Magus. I hope that's a casting weapon. And the rest of you is not armored enough, but you're magic. Theurgist. Similar issues. You better be magic because you're not going into melee like that. Your sword is okay. Your shield is okay. Up until we reach this, you are fine. But this is an issue. This is a problem. That's a great way to hurt yourself. Whisper, your swords are okay. The rest of you is not okay. That's not going to be enough armor for it to be leather armor. Golden Reaper, your scythe is an auto fail. Your chest piece is not enough movement for melee combat. Skull Crown, reskin, faceless. That could be a melee weapon actually. And your helmet is okay, but it doesn't look like this is actually any kind of padding. If this is padding, you're good, but it doesn't quite look like it. So it depends. Varanox, you have some interesting blades. That might be pushing it for the length. Admittedly, the length is good for reach, but you might be pushing your luck here. And it depends how this is made. It's probably a fail, though. Pestilence, magic, also, the spikes make it a fail. People, oh, that's an open chest, isn't it? Definitely fail. Still fail. Still fail. Still pass. Again, not primary weapons. And not enough armor. Dalecia, your sword is too chunky and that hole will break it. And you do not have enough armor where you need it or a shield. Really? Rector Drath, your mace is a fail. Yes. Unless that's a big joint, which it probably isn't, your chest piece is also a fail. Oh, darn it, you have a shield. I wanted to fail you so badly for that outfit. Again, once wood backed, your shield is good. I have questions about your fashion sense. Doom Priest. Again, presumably magic, so it's less relevant. Sinisha, magic. That cloth ain't protecting you from squat, and stop using that kind of scythe. Buzz off. Pharsalis, Gravedirt. Sir, you are wearing a bell. Do you know that? Also, you are apparently fighting with a shovel, which I think is funny. There's nothing wrong with having a weaponized shovel. Depends on how you do the chest piece again. The bell, I feel like, should have eye holes. That's just Frankenstein's monster. Though admittedly, most flesh golems these days use that design. Your mace fails. Also, you will be filled with arrows. Necro Hunter, you're an archer, so you can get away with this crap. Pitiless One, what the heck is that? What the heck is that mask? Also, you're a crossbowman, so you can also get away with this crap. Crypt Witch, magic, irrelevant. Neat Spear, probably a little too much metal in there, but you're good on that aspect, but you better have magic because you will be filled with arrows. You're creepy. You're creepy, that's what you are. I'm presuming you're some kind of automaton. I hope you're some kind of automaton. Which it makes you just like, kind of like... Interestingly, you still have the movement you need right there. And your swords are fine, but what the heck is this? Fortis, your sword is fine. Your armor, depending on the plate movement, may have issues. The Frost King. Your mace fails. He's a well-built, if glitchy automaton based off a nutcracker. He is. Okay, Frost King. Depending on how these move, you could pass. This is gonna be a problem, though. Hegemon. Your sword is too chunky. This comes down a little too low for you, buddy. And these may, well, yeah, these are going to run into other pieces of your armor. Soulless. Well, your shield already covers a lot of you. Here's the thing. The shield is great for when you don't have armor. But when you have armor that isn't going to move the way it needs to, the shield doesn't save it. Also, your axe head is too big. Walking Tomb Drain. Swords are fine, and I like the rings. This is an issue right here, and this confuses me right here. Cavalax, your sword is too chunky. Armor probably can move the way it needs to, though. Is that a saddle on his back? What? My dude, we need some explanations, please. I have concerns. Yeah, you are probably a pass. Magic irrelevant. Same as before. Mother Sibel. Your thing better be magic and not a weapon. Your armor is probably not bending where it needs to here. And has a shoot me spot here. Though you are surprisingly well protected in spite those issues. Oh, wait, no, we got an issue. Versulf the Grim. I have concerns, though your shield handles a lot of them. Again, depending on what this is made of here. But you're probably a pass. Thea the Tomb Angel, who I cannot really judge here, though you creep me out. Bestophus. Too many spikes and chunks missing. And I don't think you're moving the way you need to with that harness. Eric's. Sword's fine. Probably not enough movement here again. Shamnath. This is just a mobile statue. Gaius the Gleeful. Oh, goody. Again with this stuff. Stop shopping at Walmart. Too big of a chest, please. These are going to interfere with things. Narma the Returned again. You better be magic because you're gonna get pin-cushioned. And that's the Knight's Revenant. Okay, we haven't done Shadowkin, Demon Spawn, Ogryn, and High Elves. Probably going to do the High Elves to finish it, because I want to do another one that probably has some decent armor. Deadites are fun. And then we're going to finish this up. Also, we're probably going to end up making fun of a lot of these because of the ones I've seen thus far. Like you, who absolutely needs a shield. Your spear's fine, but you need a shield. You're a Jaeger, you have a bow, you're good. You're an aristocrat, you make bad decisions. Your swords are fine. Reliquary Tender, you have the wrong kind of scythe, and you do not have enough armor. Interceptor is a redo of the Spear Lady, who is getting closer to having enough armor. Medicus has decent swords, but not enough armor. Again. Prosecutor needs to lay off the Star Trek for her weapons and does not have enough armor. Hyria as a neat little rapier, that'll work. As a buckler, You are, like, finding all the ways to push the limits, aren't you, lady? Same, but better. Magister, you better have magic. Though, at least you have a lot of chainmail. Chainmail's good. Eris, you're an archer. You can get away with this crap. Fail on principle on those fencers. Also, Archer can get away with it. Also, Archer can get away with it. Same as the Aristocrats. You're not avenging anyone. Same as the other guy. Ooh, you have a big shield. And a chest piece that isn't letting you move the way you need to move. That shouldn't be metal right there. Ooh, I like your shield. I like your sword. This is good. You'd have to make these like really perfectly with how far down they come, but you could get away with this. I don't have as much of an hatred of the double blades as some people do, but you've got other issues to worry about. Oh my gosh. Really? 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 This is what we're doing. Oh, Santa has an elf. There's an archer who can get away with this crap. Though I question the shield on the bow. Archer. You... Here's the issue again. Because this looks like... If this flared out a bit more, this would work. Again, wooden haft is better. Archer... Hope you're a magic person, because you're not winning any in the melee. Sword works, rest of you doesn't. Also, that will hinder your movement. Sword works. Better be interlocked correctly, but you could be a pass. Though I would adjust for these two bits right here that are colliding. Tyrael, oh, nice small mace for once. Shield, which means that it's hard to see what armor would be here, but the shield covers most of it anyways. The Royal Guard are surprisingly okay. Arbiter, lady. Too chunky. Shoot me here. Wings and crossbow. Again, there has to be a joint here, and this is still an issue. Though it kind of looks like he's more wearing a leotard from the way things are working, and as a crossbowman, again, it can get away with it. Ithos. Shield covers a lot. Oh wait, no, you're a reskin of the other guy with the same potential problems, but also potential fixes. Ooh, you're cool. Or it's painted leather linen. True. You're cool and probably the best armored creature we have to date. Big faceplate. Nice armored forward legs and shoulders. And the lead of your wings are good. And you got all the way down on your back. You have some very good protection. Yannicka better have magic, and that better stop like right below the top of that sash. But shoot me here. Royal Huntsman. Here's the problem. You can get away with it with the bow, except can you see out of that helmet? And this may actually be too restricting to properly use the bow. Also, I hope those joints move. Lysandra. You are also a terrifyingly easy target. Deliana. Magic. Same problem as the other guy. Lana Thrill. Sword is fine. That's a rapier that's starting to want to wander into Estoc territory, I think, depending on how tall this guy is. Oh no, it's just a rapier. Never mind. Looking at that sheath. Your armor better have all those as joints, but you could pass. Shirimani, magic. Alexander the sharpshooter is a sharpshooter. Is a left-handed sharpshooter, huh? Pixneal is... what the... surprising pass on the armor, I think. I cannot process those weapons. And Elenaril, who is an archer. So that better be leather for movement. Also, you could do without the helmet to see what you're shooting at. Okay, I think part of the reason that I'm able to go faster is because I'm not going into all these in-depth explanations of why, what fails and stuff. Okay, we have now completed that section, this part of this section, and this part, this section, and okay. Whew. We've got these three, but I don't know if I can finish the 4 hours. Because there's a lot more constant talking than normal. And I've been doing this for several days in a row. And I have work tomorrow and I'm tired. I think sleep will fit. Yeah, you know what? I don't see why we can't start, even though no longer sponsored by Raid, I don't see why we can't start Friday just finishing these. Let's do the, let's grab the, final point package and see what pulls it generates. I keep wanting to do that. I need to stop. Let's do this. Let's see what specials it gives us, huh? Alright, give me a second. Okay. Up to has to shower after being around so many elves. Okay. Gems. 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 You can stay there for now. Okay, first things first. Oh, I actually have enough gems to upgrade it too. I'm gonna sit in those for now. Now, here's a question. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just gonna have to spend some of these gems I just got in order to have the coins for this. There we go. So, I think I should, yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna do this and hope that's enough. We're gonna work our way up. Oh wait, no, I gotta actually get the coins. There we go. The final run of summonings on this. Even that must fail. I might upgrade using a couple of my level 2s as well, just to clear up some more space. Alright, that should be good. Alright, our last summon shards. Thank you once again, Raid. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome that I was actually able to do this. And thank you to everyone who used my link and who in the next couple days decides to use my link and finish this out. It means an incredible amount to me that you do this. And help support me, help support Raid. Show that show that we are being active here. And again, Raid is completely free. Ooh, we got you now. Well, to play, you saw that there are packs. But you don't have to get them. I just did because Raid's sponsoring me here. And I do really appreciate everyone involved here. It's been fun. And we will, even though we won't be sponsored anymore, we will just go and finish out the rest of the armor review to start on Friday. With how quick I've managed to get at this, we might actually be able to, well, we'll probably then do other games afterwards. I don't know what yet, though. Okay, yeah. So, as this should get just the void ones, which are have no strength but have no weakness, which is me. Oh, the punchy guy. You again with your weird, funky, non-functional crossbow. Really? Two of you? Fingers crossed for one of the good, well, sexy legendaries. Ah! Boo! 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 What happened to my sound? Where'd my sound die? Yeah, my audio still says I have sound, but I certainly don't have sound. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't hear the game sound now. Something happened with my connection here, headphones. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is, but not right now, because I don't need to be able to hear in order to finish out this night. So this has been fun. Like I said, we'll fish out the Ogryn, the Demon Spawn, and the Shadowkin. The Ogryn should be really quick, because they're mostly ogres. Well, they're all ogres. And Demon Spawn are going to be demons, so who knows. Shadowkin actually look like they're going to be a lot of like samurai themed stuff at least. And yeah, once again, thank you to Raid for sponsoring the stream and supporting me and letting this happen, helping this happen, pushing this into happening, because it's been fun. I'm curious if Raid is going to have anything to say about all this picking apart at their armor designs and things. Thank you, all of you who have helped and supported and apparently just flooded into my clan. Is there a way to increase the numbers? There's only 30? Holy smokes. I'll try to be nice to the Shadowkin. But I'm a knight person. I'm a knight and a Viking person. In spite being an anime character, I'm not that much of a weeaboo. So, thank you all. It has been fun. Unfortunately, I need sleep for tomorrow. And I will catch up with all of you this upcoming Friday. Please, you know the drill. Link for the game. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, if there's another game where we could try doing some armor reviews, I'm not opposed to continuing this another time with another game. So suggestions are always welcome. And I will see you all. Well, I just said this Friday. Thank you. Thank you. It's been an incredible 3 streams. I will see y'all this Friday. Be safe and have a good week.